Hello everyone and welcome to Broccoli Master YouTube channel. In today's video we will make a quiz app using the Streamlit and Django Rest Framework. Our quiz app is look like this. On the screen you can see that this is our simple user interface in which the user can play a easy quiz. So I have actually made three types of role on it, in which one is the user who can play the quiz, and another one is the users who can create the quiz and add a question on that quiz. Just like when a user click on the create quiz, then the user can simply create their own quiz. And in a similar way, there is also an option of add questions, in which the user can add the quiz questions related to this topic. Just like I have added one is their basic Django, and there is nearly 4 options, in which if any one of the option is correct, then it will print the message this answer is correct. Okay, in a similar way there is a final play quiz, in which you can play the quiz based on the question. Just like here is a what is Django. When I click on certain a tool for database management systems and submit the answer, then it will throw you a incorrect, try again. In a similar way, here is the command, which command is used to apply migration in Django. So when I click on the python -.py make migration and submit the answer, then here you can see that it will again showing the error incorrect, try again. And in a similar way, when I change onto the correct answer and submit it again, then here you can see that the answer is correct. So in this way you can play the quiz and also create the quiz and add different types of question on that quiz. So this is one of the fantastic applications. So without wasting your time, let's create it. So for creating the quiz app, let's open this folder in our VS Code. So let's command here cmd and write here code space dot. After that you can see that our VS Code will be open here. So let me zoom it here so that you can see it very clearly. And after that let's also open the terminal here. Okay, and here first we need to create our project, and on that project we will also create one app, and on that app we will define all the necessary functions that is needed for creating the quiz app. So for now let's create one of the project here. So let's name it Django admin start project, and let's put the name of it as quiz. Okay, so here you can see that our quiz folder is created here, and inside the quiz folder there is a quiz project created. Okay, so let me cut it here, and again I will open this project in our VS Code. So let's open it again, and here write code space dot, and our VS Code will be open again here. So let me zoom it again. And before starting our project, first we need to create our virtual environment. So let's create it quickly. Python -m, right here env, and here you can see that env folder will be created. So let's click on the yes button, and after that we need to activate our virtual environment. So let's activate it again, env scripts activate, and install our Django. Pip install Django. So it will take a simple minute, and after that you can see that our Django will be installed in our virtual environment. Okay, so let it finished. Now the Django is installed in our environment. So now again we also need to create one of the apps. So let's create it. Python -.py start app, and let's put the name of app is quiz app. Okay, so here you can see that our quiz app is created here. Okay, so now let's connect this app with our project. So for doing that we need to install the created app in our settings. So here in the install app, let's put the name of our app, and let's name it as quiz app. Okay, after that we also need to include in our URLs. So here in the project URLs, let's define it here. So for it, let's include first, and after that we also need to define in our path. So here write API include, write the name of quiz app. Okay, so quiz app URLs. So finally we have done this. Now here in the quiz app you will not see the URLs, so we need to define manually here. So let's get on it and get one of the folder name urls.py. After that let's copy for now this all things and let's paste it here. Okay, and let's remove this so that it will not throw the error. After that let's start our server, python -py run server. So here you can see that you have 18 on applied migration. So for removing this we need to first make the migration. After that again migrate all the file. So let's python -py make migration. So that again need to migrate all these files. So right here migrate, and let's start the server, python -py run server. Now let's open this in our browser. So here you can see that in the API our path is defined. So for now let's close it and define in our models.py file. So in this models file we will create the tables that will help to store the data in our database. So for doing that let's create one of the class and define it as quiz models.model. After that let's define the title equal to models.charField. Let's take a maximum length, whatever you want to take, just take it. And after that let's define the string and here return self dot title. Okay, now again after that we also need to include the questions so that the user can create the questions, and based on that it will display in our quiz. So for it let's create one of the class, name it as question models.model, and here on the quiz we will text models foreign quiz cascade, and here also define one of the things related name equal to questions. Okay, so it is saying that when we delete this quiz then it will automatically delete all the questions that is related to our quiz. Okay, after that we also need to define the text. So here write text and also define the maximum length on it, and let's return this function return self.text. Okay, now we have created the quiz and we have also created the questions. Now we also need to define the answer, where all the quiz related questions are stored in our answer. So here define class, let's make one class name answer models.model and define the questions, and that will link to our these questions, and related name is our answers cascade. Okay, so we have defined this because when we delete the questions then it will automatically delete all the data related to that question. So here again define text is equal to models.charField and also define the max length. After that we also need to define is correct, and here we have defined is correct. If the answer is correct then it will simply click on that answer. After that let's return the function return self dot text. Okay, now let's save it. So after defining these models we also need to register all these models in our admin.py file. So let's register all these things. So here create class answer inline and define admin dot tabular inline. Okay, let's close this, and here define model equal to answer and extra is equal to char. It means that there is a 4 option of answer in which the user will click the correct answer. Okay, after that we also need to define the class. So here define class question admin, define admin dot model admin. Okay, and here define inlines is equal to answer inline, and let's register these all things. So here admin site dot register and register the first quiz. After that again register the question and question admin. So we also need to first import from our models. So let's import from dot models import all. Okay, so now let's migrate these all things. So for it, let's here write python -.py make migration. After that we also need to migrate these all files, because when we make the migration, then all the migration file will be stored here in our local. So when we run our python -.py migrate command, then it will migrate all the file from here to our database. It means that from here SQLite database. Okay, so write the command python -.py migrate. So finally it has created all of necessary table that we require to store our data. So here let's run the server python -.py run server, and let's open this again, and on the server let's access our admin panel. So we have not defined our super user. So first, for access this admin dashboard, let's get the super user here. Okay, first let's clear this all things, and here write python -.py create super user, write the admin name, let's make it empty, and write the password admin, again define the admin. Yes, so the username and password is depend on you. What types of password and username do you want to take? You can write simply on it. Okay, so now let's run our server python -.py run server. So again check our server here. Let's access the dashboard, and here you can see that our 2 questions and quiz are created. You can see here these are the table, and these are our question table. Okay, these are our questions, and all the answer is stored in our this line, and there is mainly a 4 option that we have defined in our admin. So now we also need to define all these things by using the Django Rest Framework. So let's do it fast, and here first we need to install our Django Rest Framework. So right here pip install Django Rest Framework. It will take some second, just wait for that. And here you can see that Django Rest Framework is installed in our virtual environment successfully. So now again we need to include all this REST framework in our settings. So in our settings.py files, let's minimize this terminal. So in the settings here we need to define the REST framework. So right here REST framework. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so we have done with that. Now for using the REST framework, we need to create our serializer here. So let's create one of the file name serializers.py. Okay, so on this serializer we will create all the necessary data types, and mainly we are creating the serializer for converting our Python data types into any other formats, just like JSON format. So serializer is mainly used for converting the other data types, so that any other framework will understand it in a very efficient ways. So for using it, let's import the serializer from our REST framework. So right here, from REST framework, import serializers. After that, we also need to import all the quiz, question and answer section. So let's import all the things from .models. Let's import all. It means that this asterisk means that when we define all this table in our models, it will automatically import all these things here. Okay, so again, let's define here class answer serializer defines serializer dot, we are using model serializer, so let's define it here. Model serializer. After that, let's define the class meta and model equal to answer, and fields will be all this attribute. Okay, now again define the question. So right here, class question serializers serializer dot model serializer. After that, define the answer equal to answer serializer, main equal to true and read only equal to true. Okay, now again we'll need to integrate the class meta. So here the model name is question and field should be cover nearly this ID and text. After that, it will also cover our answer. So again, we need to define our quiz serializer. So right here, class quiz serializer serializer dot model serializer, and after that, let's define it here. Question equal to question serializer, main equal to true and read only equal to true. Here write class meta model equal to quiz and define the fields equal to ID, title and questions. So let's save it. So we have defined the serializers. After that, we also need to define in our views function. So for it, let's define quickly here in our views. So let's import first all of the models and the serializer in our views. So for doing that, let's write the command for models import all, and here again define from dot serializer import quiz serializer. So now let's define here class quiz view set and define here view sets dot model view set, and write here a query set equal to quiz dot object dot all. It means that we are rendering or we are extracting all the data and storing in our query set variable. Okay, so here you can see that the error is throwing, so we also need to import our view sets from our serializer. So let's do it here. Here right from REST framework import view sets. So here you can see that the error is gone now. Again, we also need to define the serializer class here. So right here serializer class equal to quiz serializer. So now here we also need to define the one of the function named submit answer, so that when the user submit their answer, then it will verify and store in our database. So for doing that, let's write the function here if submit and answer self request, write the primary key equal to none. Okay, so here we also need to define the question ID so that it will confirm that it will send to a certain ID. So here write question ID equal to request dot data dot get the question ID first. After that, we also need to define the answer ID. So right here, answer ID equal to request.dataGet answer ID. And we are using the try except method so that if any types of error is thrown, then we can clearly detect that problems and solve it down. So here write try question.object, and here define ID is equal to quiz ID, and also define the quiz ID equal to empty key. And after that, we also need to define except question does not exist, and if the question is not exist on it, then it will throw the return response status 404 not found, or simply we can write here the message. Okay, let's define it here. Error, question does not exist, or right here invalid question ID. So let's close it and also pass the status equal to status dot http 404 bad request. Okay, so we also need to import the status from our REST framework. So let's import here, write the status. Okay, and we also need to import the response. So let's also import the response here, and right here from REST framework dot response import response. So we have done with the questions. We also need to define in our answer. So here same. So here we will write the same try and except method. So define a try, and here just skip the white space, and here we will define answer equal to question dot answer dot get, and right here ID equal to answer ID. After that, let's define the except. If answer does not exist, then it will throw the error return response added answer ID and throw the bad request. Okay, so we have used the try and except method so that it will clearly detect our problem or issue that we are facing during the project. After that, if the answer exists for the given question, then what it will do, if answer is correct, then what it will do, return response message that correct answer. Otherwise it will return other else. Let's solve this issue. White space, return response message incorrect answer. Okay, so when the user will click on the correct answer, then it will show the message that the answer is correct, and if they check the incorrect answer, then it will show the message incorrect answer. So here we also need to define the action. So let's include here, write action and define detail equal to true, and method should be post. Okay, let's save it, and here we also need to import the action. So let's also import here from REST framework dot decorators, import the action. Okay, so let me check either the issue is gone or not. Here you can see that the error is gone from now. Okay, so we have defined the submit answer functions. So here we also need to define the add question, so that the user can manually add from the user interface. So let me define it quickly here. Right, def add question, define self request, and also name equal to none. And we will also call the decorator here. So let's define the decorator. Right, action detail. Oh, so actually this suggestion is came because I have installed the tab 9. So you can also install in your systems so that it make you very easy to write the code. And here we will write method equal to post. Okay, let's define it here. After that, let's define the function now. And here write quiz equal to self dot get object and question text equal to request data dot get this text. Okay, now also define answer data equal to request dot data get answer, and let's enclose it. Here I made the spelling mistake, so let me correct it. Okay, so here this quotation will be finished here, and let's remove this. So we have now add the questions now again, and if this question text is not exist, then define not. Okay, if not question text, then it will return the response error text is required, and it will throw the 40 bad request here. In a similar way, if define here question equal to question objects dot create and quiz equal to quiz text equal to question text, and for answer data in answers data, define answer dot object and create here. Let's get here question equal to questions and text equal to answer data get text. So let's remove this get, we don't require here. In a similar way, if the answer is correct, then it will show the correct here. Here just use this list. Okay, in a similar way, just remove this and add the list here. Okay, now let's enclose this, and it will return down response that let's write the message question text is or question added successfully, otherwise it will throw the status 20. Okay, here write the fine here created. Okay, mail located is done in a 201. Okay, so let's close this and remove here. Okay, okay, now the code is fine. So we have done with all these views functions. Now we again need to include our routers. So for the routers, let's define in our urls.py file. So here we will use the default router. So let's write the command here from.views import quiz view set. Okay, and we also need to import the from rest framework, from rest framework dot routers. Just import the default router here. Now we also need to define, so let's write here router equal to default router and router dot register. Let's define the path quizzes here and write here quiz view set. In a similar way, let's write here path include router dot URLs, and also include the path for adding the question. Okay, right here quizzes, it will pass according to the primary key or ID, and define here add question. Let's define the quiz view set as view, and also define the post add question, and let's name equal to add question. Okay, so we have done with the add question also. So let's save all these things and run our server python -py run server. So here you can see that one of the error is throwing in the line 7 quizzes base router registered missing one argument, position argument, view set. Okay, so we have missed this parenthesis. Now let's save it. So here you can see that the server is running now successfully here. So let's open this and again refresh our page. Okay, let's also include this and again refresh our server. It is saying that meta model attribute is missing something in the serializer.py file. Okay, so I think in the quiz serializer meta.model is missing. In the quiz serializer, okay, and here is our serializer, the quiz serializer. We will define class meta quiz. Okay, so let's again refresh all this page. Quiz serializer is missing meta models. Okay, so there is not the models, there is only model. Okay, I think I have made the mistake, spelling mistake here. So now let's save it and again refresh the page. So you can see that here the quiz list is created. So let's define here quiz. So I'm writing a basic Django. Okay, let's post it. So finally we have done with our API. Now let's create and integrate our Streamlit app or framework in our Django Rest framework. Okay, so that we can get the user friendly or user interface. So for it, let's create one folder name. So for it, let's create one file name as quiz app.py. Okay, and for installing the Streamlit, we need to run the command pip install Streamlit, and also we need to install the request. So let's install both of these things here. So here you can see that here it is showing the error. So what is the correct way of installing the Streamlit? Let me see on the site here. I'm writing here Streamlit, and let's go on the documentation. and here you will see that how can we install the Streamlit. So here is the command. So let's copy it and paste it here. So let's install it. It will take some second, so wait for that. And after installation of it, we also need to install the request. So it is taking our time. Okay, so let it be installed here. After that, we need to write a command here. Okay, let it finish first. So this installation is depend on your internet connections. How fast is your internet connections? Okay, so finally it has installed in our virtual environment. So we also need to install the request. So write a command pip install and request. So it is saying that could not find the version. Okay, no problem. Further we will install all these things. So now let's define all the Streamlit function here. So right, first we need to import the Streamlit. Import Streamlit as st, and we also need to import the request. So import requests. So now here let's define our API endpoint. So here define API, write it as base URL and define it as HTTP. Let's copy in our local host here. Just copy it from here and paste all these things between this inverted comma. Okay, so we have done. So we have import our endpoint. So now again we need to define the function to add a new question to the quiz. So let's define it quickly here. A function to add the new question to the quiz. So here write def add question and also define the quiz id. After that there is a question text and there is also answer. Now let's give the URL. So URL equal to call the function and also define the API base URL here, and after that there is also ID. So let's import the ID, and after that we need to import the add questions route. So let it define here. Okay, so we have done with that. Now also prepare the data for the new question. So right here data question, or simply write here text equal to question text, and answer should be a answer. Now we also need to send a post request to add our question. For it, let's response equal to request dot post, define URL, and this must be in a JSON format. Okay, JSON data. And in a similar way, if the response dot status code equal to 201, then it must, instead of printing this message, let's write here return true. Okay, otherwise it must be return false. So we have defined this function to create a new question to our quiz. So we also need to define to add a new quiz. So for it, let's write another function here. Define it as def add quiz. Okay, and here write the parameter 1 title. After that, define the URL equal to app base API base URL, and also need to define or include the data. So it must be a title. So right here title. After that we also need to write the command for the response. So response equal to request dot post and URL equal to JSON data, and if response dot status code equal to 201, then return response, and let's remove this id, otherwise it must be return our non value. So right here none. So we have defined to add the questions. Now we also need to fetch all the quizzes. So for it, let's define another function here, def fetch quizzes, and response equal to request.get API base URL, and if response status code equal to 200, then it must return our JSON, otherwise let's print the message st.error failed to fetch quizzes. So if you are not familiar with our Streamlit framework, then please I have made the video of it. You can go and simply explore that video. On that video I have covered from the basic to advanced level, so you can just go there and watch that video, and I will also put the link on above. You can see from there also. And after that, here it must be stored in a simple list. Okay, now we have defined all these functions. Now we also need to create the interface for the quiz app. So let me create the interface. So here write st.title equal to, or a simple right here, welcome to Broccoli Master Quizzes platform. Okay, so it will display on the headings like this, welcome to Broccoli Master Quizzes platforms. So after that we also need to include the mode function, so that there is a mainly three function available, one for the create quiz, and another one is for the add quiz question, and third one is for the play quiz, so that the user can also create their own quiz, and on that quiz they can add the questions, and one of the client side who can play the quiz in a simple way. So here let's define mode equal to st dot sidebar, write the select box, and here print the choose mode, and get the list create quiz, and another one is for the add questions, and third one for the play quiz. Okay, now let's define the condition based on it. Okay, so here write if mode equal to let's define here create quiz. Okay, so st dot header, define here create a new quiz, and let's give the input fields for the user. So right here input fields for the new quiz title, right here a new quiz title equal to st dot text input enter quiz title. So by using the Streamlit, we don't need to render the HTML files for testing purpose. We can just direct integrate Streamlit framework and it will automatically create the all the necessary HTML, CSS, JavaScript file there. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the front end. So now again, let's write the function fst dot button get quiz. Then here write again the condition if new quiz title equal to let's define here title dot strip, then new quiz equal to add quiz and new quiz title. Otherwise again write the condition if new quiz is appear, then it will successfully create the successfully message here new quiz define the title here, just remove this and also include the quizzes, quiz is equal to fetch quizzes. Okay, otherwise it would throw the error fail to create quiz. And else will write st.error quiz title cannot be empty, or write simple please provide a title for the quiz. Okay, now again we also need to define for the another mode. If the user is selected add question mode, then it must be true like that. Elif mode equal to add question, and st header equal to add question to a quiz, and here define quizzes equal to its quizzes. After that write the condition if quizzes, then quiz titles equal to quiz title, write the loop for quiz in quizzes. Okay, I also define the selected quiz title here, so right here selected quiz title equal to st dot use the selector or select box right here, select a quiz and define quiz titles. After that if selected quiz title selected quiz selected quiz equal to next quiz for quiz in quizzes if quiz simple title equal to selected quiz title, and here define question text equal to st dot text input, and the user will enter the question text. Okay, and after that for the answers let's store on this container. Now let's again run the loop. So for I in range 4, so that there is mainly a 4 answer is noted down there. Okay, So here write answer text equal to st dot text input, and here define function answer I plus 1, and define also text. After that we also need to define the key equal to answer text, and define here I, and also need to include is correct. So if the user click on the correct answer, then it will save that answer to our database. So right here is correct equal to st dot checkbox, and after that it will show the is this the correct answer. Define key equal to is correct, and also include the loop button I parameter. Okay, so now again need to integrate the function. So right here if answer text dot strip, then answers should be append to our text answer text, and is correct must store in the is correct. Okay, so we have done with that. Now again we need to define the function or condition if so that the add question should be selected in our quiz. So here we need to create one of the button. So for creating the button, right here if st dot button add question. So over here if question text dot strip and answer, then if add question is selected quiz answer or id. Okay, so it must be again stored in our question text comma answer. So let's remove this from here. Okay, after that it must be print the success message. So st success right here, question added successfully. In a similar way, let's write the else conditions so that it will throw the error fail to add the questions. Either it will return st dot error please provide a question at least one answer. So we have defined this all for the adder quiz condition. Okay, now we again need to define the conditions if there is no quizzes available, then what should it be do there. So right here else st dot info define no quizzes available, then st dot sub header, there should be displayed a create a new quiz. Okay, so it will print on the header, and here also give the new quiz title equal to st text input enter quiz title, so that the user can enter their quiz title name. So after that we also need to include if st dot button get quiz, then it must be strip and and it will be generate the functions like this. Okay, so in a similar way we have also again another conditions for the interface of play quiz. So right here play quizzes, here write elif mode equal to play quiz, then it should be right here st header play quiz, and let's define the function for it, function to fetch questions for the quiz. Okay, now let's define the function def fetch question, and here define quiz id. After that here write response equal to request dot get, and also define API base URL, and here we also need to define the quiz id. So let's remove this and include this function. Now I'll write the condition here, if response status code equal to 200, then it must be return response.json and get the questions on this, otherwise else it will throw the error fail to fetch the question. So here we want to remove this parenthesis. Okay, now again write the function for the quizzes. So here let's define quizzes equal to fetch quizzes, and if quizzes, then quizzes titles equal to quiz title. Define here for quiz in quizzes, and also define the selected quiz title equal to st dot select box, select a quiz, and if the question is selected, then it will come onto the loop for question in questions, st subheader question text, and here define answer option equal to answer id, and right here answer text for ans in questions, and right here answer. Okay, after that also select the selected answer id. So right here selected answer id equal to st dot let's define it on the radio. So right here choose an answer list, answer option is, and format function equal to lambda x, and answer option must be include the x. After that again define key equal to question and define here id. Now after that we also need to submit all the selected answer. So for it let's define the function here, submit the selected answer. So let's define it here. st.button submit. Let's write here answer, and also include the key equal to f submit question, define id, and after that let's correct the question spelling. Okay, so that right here response equal to request dot post. Let's remove this. This is auto created. Let's define it in a manual ways. Base URL selected, quiz, and also define here submit answer. Okay. After that, also write JSON equal to question ID and question ID, answer ID, select answer ID. Okay. So it is done. Now again write the condition. If response status is equal to 200, then it should be print the message success. Response and station get result. Also define no result received. Okay. Otherwise else it will throw the error, fail to submit the answer. So after that again write the else st.info, write the no quizzes available. Let's save it, and now let's open these all things in our Streamlit. So we need to run our Streamlit environment. First we need to run our Streamlit server. So for running the Streamlit server, we need to again open one more PowerShell here, and on it let's activate environment scripts, activate. Okay, it was showing the error. So let's open another command prompt. Okay, so for running this we also need to install the requests. So right here pip install requests. So let it be installed in our environment. So I think it is already installed here. So after that let's run the server. So right here Streamlit, run, and define the file name here. Right here quiz app.py. This way you can run the server. So here you can see that our Streamlit or quiz app will play here. So here all these three functions is defined. Now it is showing the error in our new quiz title in the line number 50. Okay, so let me check it fast here. Line number 50. In the line number 50 I think there should be okay score. So again refresh it. So again refresh the server. Okay, so finally you can see that our all the quiz is available here. So let's first name the title here, quiz title. So I'm writing just here simple Django basics. Let's get the quiz. So it is successfully added. Now after that we also need to add the questions. So write the question here. So after that here the basic Django is already came here. So now let's enter some of the basic questions. So I'm writing which country do you live? I know this is not the basic Django questions. Okay, write another questions. What is the command for make for migrate. Okay, and here write, give the option python -.py run server. Give another option. I'm just copy it and paste it here. Make migrations. Give another option. Start app. Name, and give the another option here. Migrate. Okay. So for migrating it will run this command. So let's click on this and add questions. So it is added successfully here. Now let's play the quiz here. Play quiz. So here you can see that this question is generated. What is the command for migrate? And when I click on the python -.py and submit answer, then it will show the failed to submit answer. Okay, so actually it is not submitting the answer from here. So I think we have some code issue there. So let me check it from here, why this is happen. In the console here, so let's check it again. And here on the play quiz, let's put the answer, and here you can see that it is running now successfully here. Correct answer. So in this way you can create your own quiz app by using different interface. The API will be the same, but if you want to connect with the React framework or the Next.js framework, then you can do also that. So actually this by using the Streamlit, we don't need to write the HTML CSS code manually. We just integrate that with our API and it will create the interface automatically here. So it is very easy to integrate, and for testing purpose it is one of the best fit. So this is for today, and I hope this video will very helpful for you. If you are a beginner, please like and subscribe the video and share this video with your friends and family who want to learn the Django and make the project from the scratch. So again, thanks for watching the video. Keep watching and keep coding. Thank you.